Record.
All right. Good morning, Team True Blue. How are you guys doing on this? Is it Monday?
It's Monday.
Monday morning. I'm so excited to be coming to you live. We are multitasking like crazy over here. We've got like take out the veggie bites and flip the fish sticks and set the timer for 5 minutes.
That's a lot.
Trying to feed the baby before we go on a play date because I am deep diving into getting connected to our community. And there's our fire alarm. Real life, guys. This is working from home. This is how you juggle. Sometimes things are really crazy, but you know what? You just got to roll with the flow sometimes. But I'm really fired up. I just listened to the most incredible leadership webinar put on by our field advisory board. You guys, if you are a Pro 4 and up, you need to set your alarms for 10 a.m. Central on Monday mornings. It's a 30-minute webinar that you are going to want to get some very good nuggets of information to help you take your business, help you take your team to the next level by becoming the leader that you need to be. This is going to be next level leadership guidance. So if you can't listen to it live at 10 Central, you'll have to email or text your upline. We can get the recording for you. I think if you're a Pro 5 and up, you can get it from your account manager. And if you're not a Pro 4 yet, let's make it a goal so you can get that information. Because if you're watching this right now, you want to be a leader, right? You wouldn't sacrifice time in your day to learn what you need to learn to take it to that next level. So mark your calendars, set your alarms, set your goals. And I am also super fired up about just everything because this month is actually my 7-year anniversary with LifeVantage. 7 years ago, I was introduced to this company and I was faced with a decision that could have taken my life down 2 completely different paths. And if you're just joining, my name is Sarah Cox. I do this business with my husband, Tim. You're going to be hearing from him in a little bit. And our daughter, Soleil, you might be hearing from her too. She's currently screaming in the background while her dad is dressing her. But we get to live life completely on our terms because of this opportunity. And we've been able to live this way for about 5 years now. We've been at the elite ranks in the company. So it's been a really cool experience to see it all play out because 7 years ago, I was sitting here in an opportunity meeting, looking at this information with this feeling in my gut that this was going to be something really big. And although I had no clue what I was doing, how I was going to do it, who was going to do it with me, if this was actually going to work out or not, I just knew that I had to try. And my excitement and my enthusiasm was through the roof, and so was my fear and my anxiety. And do you ever feel, and because this is happening right now in the company, things are really starting to move right now in the company. There's a lot of people having a lot of success really quickly. And do you ever feel like it's happening for everyone around you and not you? Do you ever feel like that and you're like getting this anxiety because you want it so bad and you don't want to miss it? You want to take part in all of the fun with everyone? Guess what? We all feel that way. And the ones that are having the success right now, they're feeling it too. But the ones that are having the anxiety and they're not taking action, you need to learn how to manage that anxiety and turn it into excitement and see it as the possibilities of what can and will happen in your business if you start to take the action that you know you need to take. I think all of us that are involved have a little bit of fear and anxiety that we don't want to miss this, because I learned a really fun, interesting, mind-blowing fact at the motorhome tour that we had this past weekend in New Orleans. And I'm going to share it with you in case you didn't get to hear it. But Dave Fleming was here from corporate. And he said that the nutrigenomic industry in the year 2020, I had to look at my notes, in 2020, which is like a year and a half from now, the nutrigenomic industry is expected to be a $620 billion a year industry. 620 billion. Guess who's at the forefront of nutrigenomics? LifeVantage. Guess who has exclusive rights to patented technology that allows people to biohack their bodies through the use of nutrigenomics? We do. LifeVantage, we have the exclusive rights for that. So when I thought 7 years ago that this was going to be big, really big, I had no idea how very big it's going to be, and it just keeps getting to be a bigger and bigger opportunity. So don't let the fear, don't let the anxiety get to you and stop you. Turn that into excitement. Turn that into enthusiasm and passion to share this with people and take action. And know that it is just the consistent daily efforts that you take that are going to lead to a lot of success for you. So if you're looking at this and you're new, or you've been in for a little while and you're like, I've been through my database, I don't know who to talk to, I need new people. Well, guess what? Tim and I just moved to a new area of Louisiana where we didn't know very many people when we moved here. And I am literally diving into meeting as many people as I can. We attend local events around here. I strike up conversations with people. If the conversation flows easy and I enjoy talking to them, I add them on Facebook so I can continue to build that relationship. And as soon as they open the door for me to share it with them, as soon as I know the right invite for them, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to share it. I joined the Moms Club. I'm bringing the baby to all kinds of different activities that I can do so I can meet people and build a local team. I love meeting with people face to face. I love the social aspect of this business. I feel like it's a paid social life. But I'm not just tied, and you're not just tied to people in your area either. We are all opened up. If you're watching us on Facebook Live right now, you're obviously on Facebook. You can connect to anyone in the world, around the world, that's on Facebook to build your business. So I'm just going to leave you with this in the whole taking action. Go into your day with a plan. Tyler Daniels was here on the motorhome tour. And he was talking about expectations. And I don't remember everything that he said totally, but it was basically, if you want to end up with 10 working legs, you're going to have to share this with 300 people. Because out of all of that, every 10 people that you talk to, one might sign up. And for every 3 people that sign up, 1 might actually do the business with you. My first 3 distributors quit. You want to talk about an emotional roller coaster of like, it's happening, to like, I'm starting over. I have to do this again. It's happening. And then like, is this ever really going to happen? And then when the 3rd one quit too, it's like, I don't know how much I have in me to keep on going. But then let me remind you about the $650 billion industry that we're going to be in a year and a half, and that we're at the forefront of that. And we are so incredibly early in this opportunity. We're earlier than you even realize, and things can happen really fast. I was fortunate to be a part of that first run in the company where we went from 11 million a year to around 200 million a year. And there were hundreds of families that were able to walk away from their jobs and start living life on their terms, just like us. This next run to 800 million to $1 billion, it is happening right now, and you are a part of it. It's going to be big. It's going to be even bigger than the first run that we experienced. And that run was a ton of fun. It was so exciting. And I am so pumped that it is about to happen. It is happening right now. And if it feels like it's happening all around you and it's not happening for you right now, I get it. That just means that we have to make it happen. And you can make it happen. I totally believe in you. And remember my story of my first 3 quitting. That whole round of team that I had brought on, it came from me sticking to it, being positive, being confident, being excited. And the only reason I was able to do that was because I was plugged in to the calls like this, the calls like what happened earlier for us at 10, for you leaders that are pro 4 and up, you want to get on that call, attending events, which Tim is going to talk about the importance of Elite Academy and the very exciting event that we have coming up. I stayed plugged in and the leaders knew I wanted it. If your leaders know you want it, we are not going to leave you behind, but you have to have a list of names. It all starts with a list. You have to have a list and you have to know what 2 to 3 or 5 or whatever your goal is. Who are you talking to today? And especially if you're using social media to build, it's very important that you are intentional when you build your business and you sit down with your list and you get on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram or whatever method you're using, and you go down your list and you accomplish those tasks first before you start scrolling and commenting and doing your thing. Be intentional with your day. When I start my day with my list, sometimes if I don't just knock it out all day, I'm like, okay, I need to contact so-and-so, I need to contact so-and-so. It literally takes like 3 minutes for me to put the message out there, put the call out there, just put something out there and get the ball rolling on it. It doesn't take that much time. So get out of your way, manage your anxiety, manage your expectations. Know that you're going to have to talk to 10 people for 1 to sign up, and you're going to have to sign up 3 people or more for 1 to do it. So you're going to have to talk to a lot of people. We all get told no. We all have messages that people don't respond to. We all have people that aren't interested. And guess what? We all have people that get fired up by this information and they're like, this is it. I'm doing this. I want these products. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to run. And every now and then you'll have someone pop up in your business. For me, it was Ted and Mary Hudspeth. They hit Pro 5 in like 3 months or something really, really fast. Paul and Kay Cox, they hit Pro 5 in like 2 months or something really fast. But I was just chugging along slowly but surely, like this is going to happen. I believe this is going to happen. And I just kept going. And then poof, big success comes really quickly when you least expect it. It happens for all of us. So just keep at it. Know that I'm cheering you on. Know that you are a part of LifeVantage at the best time ever to be a part of this company. I say that and I mean that. I've got 7 years experience. There is no better time to be a part of this company. And with that, I'm going to hand it over. Yep. I'm going to hand it over to my awesome hubby. We met through the business, 6 years ago? And we've been having the time of our lives, building this business, living life together, being full-time parents to our baby girl. We have another baby girl on the way. Total surprise that it's a girl. We thought it was a boy. But, you know.
Somebody help me. I'm going to be in the house with 3 women. So 3 amazingly beautiful women. So thank you, Sarah. Awesome job. As some of you may have seen in the background, I've been running around like crazy trying to get the baby fed and ready to go. I didn't get a chance to even hear what Sarah had to say, but I'm sure it was really good stuff. But I just want to encourage you guys to really think back of why you started this business. Really think back and why you said yes. Because when you first got started, you had all these visions in your head of why you wanted to do this business. But life happens and things happen in your business. Maybe some negative things happen and it causes you to forget why you started. So I think it's really good to really think back on why you started and reset your goals and reset the expectations of what it's going to take to get there. And know that where you are in your business, sometimes it's not the people that help you get there that's going to get you to the next level. You'll have to find some new people to get you to that next level. And so what we really decided last month was that we were going to relaunch our business. We were going to start from scratch. Even though, yes, we have a lot of leaders on our team, we have a great business, we were going to relaunch and get started. And that's what I want to encourage you guys to know, that it doesn't matter where you are in your business. You may have been in since the day one. Say you were at the ribbon cutting event and you started a long time ago and you want to restart today. You have the opportunity today to say, I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to redo my database. I'm going to start inviting like I started brand new. because the opportunity that you said yes to, if it was several years ago, it is a completely different opportunity. And so if you go into today and tomorrow into next week, the way you went into it in the very beginning, I promise you, your results are going to be tenfold what it could have been in the very beginning when we got started, when we just had 2 products and we didn't have the corporate staff that we have. You know, we just have such a bigger opportunity now. And I think sometimes people don't really understand the opportunity that we have here with this. Think about this. We're a $200 million company, right? The company's paying roughly almost 50% back in commissions of the revenue that the company creates. So if we're a $200 million company, every single year, our company is paying out $100 million in commissions to the distributors that are out there sharing the information, helping to build the network, acquiring customers, acquiring team builders, right? And so fast forward, right? If we're going to be that company that's going to be $800 million a year, or $800 million a year, or $1 billion a year, that's $400 million to $500 million in commissions that's going to be paid out to the people that paddle the hardest and find the influencers and continue to stay plugged in. And my question to you is, what would it take for you to want to capture a piece of that? Like, how important is that for you to capture a piece of a future multi-billion-dollar company? For us, it means everything. And in the very beginning, we took LifeVantage and everything else on our schedule, and we put LifeVantage first. Now, obviously, we didn't have a daughter at the time, so things change when you have kids. But everything else, we prioritized LifeVantage at the very top of our list. We took our calendar, we penciled in everything that we had to do with LifeVantage, whether it was making phone calls or attending events or presenting at home meetings. We put LifeVantage at the top of the priority list because we knew if we did that, one day it would give us a life that wouldn't be the same as if we didn't do it, right? And seeing how it's played out over the last few years and being able to live this life that we dreamt of years ago, now it inspires us to build it to where it's just going to continue on for the rest of our lives. And we can help so many more people achieve the level of success and achieve the level of freedom that we've been fortunate enough to have with this amazing company, LifeVantage. So we are fired up, guys, fired up. If you were on the leadership call this morning, you saw Fred in the pose, and you know that it's just different right now. The leadership is engaged. The leadership is fired up because we all know that now is the time to paddle as hard as you can. And so I want to transition a little bit into the Mexico incentive, guys. I know some of you have already earned the trip, and some of you have a bunch of points and aren't there yet. And some of you maybe just have a few points and you feel like it's unattainable. If you've ever been on an incentive trip to LifeVantage, you know how amazing it is. They roll out the red carpet. They pay for everything. And in the traditional world, when we're working our traditional jobs, we're willing to bend over backwards to take our 1 week or 2 weeks out of the year that we get off on vacation to plan this elaborate vacation, to take our families out and spend the money that we saved up to do these vacations, right? We work really hard most of the year to plan around these vacations. And I think when you hear that there's an all-inclusive trip that you can win through LifeVantage, it doesn't really, unless you've been on one of these trips, it's hard for you to really understand what it's like to go and have somebody else pay for everything, right? And so I just want to encourage you that as hard as you're willing to work to create a vacation that you have to pay for, out of the 1 or 2 weeks that you have vacation from your regular job, work twice as hard or 3 times as hard attaining these incentive trips, because you will be blown away. And now that we have not just 1 trip, we have 2 trips that you can win throughout the year, right? It's a chance for you to really take your family on an all expense paid trip, but create those memories. Some of my best memories growing up are going on those family vacations. And you have the opportunity to create such a lasting memory for your family with a bunch of friends that you have through our company, LifeVantage. And so go for it, guys. Revisit the points. Look at the points you have. Get with your leader and say, look, let's map out. If I have 300 points now, help me map out. How do I get from 300 points to 1,000 points? If I'm at 500, how do I map out getting the rest of the 500 points? And it really is all about starting new team members, helping them get the pace setter, helping them rank advance. And if you do that enough, guys, I know we only have about 5 weeks left in the Mexico incentive, but some people have achieved it in a month because they just got after it. And so if you feel like you're discouraged, that you don't have enough points, trust me, a lot can happen over the next 5 months, but it's got to really start with you today, doing everything you can to achieve that. And I want to roll that into Anaheim, guys. So Anaheim is always a special one for me because it's very nostalgic, because back in 2012, I signed up April 5th, 2012. and I barely had enough money to get into business. And what they said was, hey, in 2 weeks, we have to go to Anaheim. So you have to buy a plane ticket, go to Anaheim. We have to get a hotel room. You have to pay for your food. And I was like, there's no way. At the time, I kind of like half believed that, network marketing and LifeVantage was a ticket for me. I didn't really truly understand how big it was. But I was like, okay, if everybody else is going, and I love to travel, and I love the West Coast. At the time, my sister used to live in Southern California. I was like, look, trip to California, I'm all in, right? So I paid the money, even though I just signed up 2 weeks prior, and I went to Anaheim. And that event completely changed it for me. Completely changed it for me. I went in with a heavy dose of skepticism, not knowing if this industry was real, not knowing if this company was legit, not knowing if our products are really legit. And I went, and it completely changed it for me. It was a place that I got my belief built. If you want to build belief, and if you want your team members to have belief built, do whatever you can to get to Anaheim, right? And I know sometimes there are things completely out of your control, and you just can't make it. I understand it. I'm not here to put a guilt trip on you, but I am here to tell you, if there is a possibility that you can go, if there is a possibility that you can make some sacrifices to go, it will be worth your time. I always remember that event in 2012. It changed it for me. And I had been in the business for 2 weeks. And it would have been really easy for my enroller to say, well, I feel really bad asking Tim to go to Anaheim because he just spent, $700 on a Vantage pack. I am thankful that they told me how important it was to go to that event. And I have not missed an Elite Academy or Global Convention ever since, because I know it's a game changer. So bring your new people there, give them that experience of having their belief built. Network. That's one of the best places for you to network and get to know people. You're introducing your new people to the tribe of LifeVantage, the tribe of Team True Blue. And that's what I love to do, because when I first went, Sarah was one of the people I spent a lot of time with in Anaheim, and she introduced me to everybody. Her and Tim Hill and Tori, they went around and said, this is Tim, and introduced me to these top leaders. And when I got to meet those leaders, it was like, okay, I got to hear their stories. I got to network with them. Some of my best friends that I have in the business today were from Anaheim in 2012. And so I want to encourage you, if you bring a new person to Elite Academy and they don't know very many people, do yourself a favor and go introduce them to people there, because it's a little daunting to go to an Elite Academy and you don't really know anybody. But if you can introduce them to as many people as possible, they now feel connected to the group, right? When they feel connected, it's not going to be something they want to go away from for a long term. So do what you can to get there, guys. It's a place where you can get motivated, inspired, and more importantly, having that belief built. When your belief is built high in what we have, you become bulletproof. But you have to have your belief built in the products. You have to have your belief built in the company. You have to have your belief built in the compensation plan and corporate staff. And most importantly, you have to have your belief built in the network marketing industry. To me, that is one of the biggest hangups that people have. They love the products. They love the company. They love the compensation plan, but they don't have a true belief in the industry. And those events are one of the best places that you can learn that the industry is where. Hi from France, Ramona, how are you? Those places are one of the best places that you can have that belief built. And then you can go transfer that belief to your prospects, right? It's whenever you're talking to a prospect and you're showing them what we have, or you're doing an invite, it's all about a transfer of belief. They're going to feel your posture. If your posture is high, they're going to feel it. If your posture is low, they're going to feel it. And so you have to transfer your belief. And the best way you can do it before you have the paycheck and before you have the success is to get around people that have that success and that have that belief and borrow their belief. And then you can transfer that to your prospects and then put them on a three-way call and whatnot. So Anaheim, guys, get registered as fast as you can and book your hotels. If you're tight on money, I definitely understand. So there are things that you can do, like splitting hotel rooms. We've had events where we had 4 or 5 people in one room, sharing beds, air mattresses, cottages, or the little, not cottage, cottages, like a little cot. We had one event we went to, I think we had 6 to 8 people in one room, and we were spread all over the place. But that was a place that it was a team building exercise, right? We were all there spending time together, going to the event, building our beliefs. And I love our events, guys. I am a big proponent of social media. You guys know I love doing things virtually. I love Zoom. I love Facebook. I love Instagram, all of these platforms. But I love getting face-to-face with people and getting to feel that energy. I just got off the motorhome tour, I guess a week ago with Fred and Justin Rose. And it was amazing getting to see so many excited people in so many different markets, really just excited and passionate about what we have as a company today. And so especially maybe you've been in for a while and you're wondering if this is still your opportunity. You're wondering if this is still a place where you can have success. That is the best time for you to go to these events, because you will be re-energized and you will be reintroduced to a company that is changing network marketing. I really believe that this is one of the best industries in the entire world. And within that best industry, our company, LifeVantage, is a game changer. We have one of the best things to offer from a compensation plan standpoint, from a corporate staff standpoint, and of course, from a product standpoint. And then our timing is unbelievable. We always hear about timing, right? This is timing. I've been hearing it for the last 6 years. And, there's something that people always say, I want to be ground floor, right? This ground floor. Ground floor is not always the best place to be, because as some of you know, there are a lot of companies in our industry that are ground floor. Every single day, a new company's popping up, and it has better timing than the company you were involved in, right? But the truth is that a lot of startups don't last in our industry. The real key to having success in capturing timing in network marketing is finding a company that not a lot of people know about, but that's also financially stable, that is also proven, right? And so there are a lot of shiny objects out there. I know you guys know there are shiny objects, there's distractions, there's noise. Block it all out. Trust me. I have so many people, I feel so bad for a lot of them. They chase the shiny object. It's a new company. It's a new compensation plan. It's a new product. And they went out chasing all these other things. And they're changing everything around them, thinking that I'm going to find the next magic pill or the next magic compensation plan or the next this and that. Not realizing that we have everything that we need right here with our company. And what needs to change is inside us. We've got to become better. We've got to become better within the company that we have, in the industry that they have. And I promise you, if you do it, this company is going to be one that's there for a long time. I don't want to have to rebuild this thing over and over and over again with different companies, having people chase me around like, Tim's going to this new company. What's he doing now? I am proud to say that we've been with this company for 6 years. Sarah's been with 7 years. And there have been a lot of distractions. We've had offers to us, like I'll give you this leg and this volume and all that stuff. We've had all this stuff offered to us, but we never even considered it because we understand the power of what we have here at LifeVantage. And so I want you to understand that too, guys. You have a monster opportunity on your hands with a legacy company. A legacy company is one that you can plant your flagpole, build for long term, and create a legacy for your family. And me, with a daughter on the way, and a daughter, the beautiful daughter, Soleil, guys, we are creating a legacy business that we can pass on for generations to come. If you get a chance to talk to Justin Rose or Dave Fleming or some that have been in the industry for a long time, they've been at companies where they have seen that 4th and 5th generation people are now inheriting the businesses that were started decades before. Right? So everything you do in your business and everything that you do in life is going to have a ripple effect. In network marketing, everything you do, the time you open your mouth, the time you invite somebody, the time you do a presentation, you're sending a ripple out in the world. And the way you have success long-term in this industry, and the way you're going to have success long-term in LifeVantage, is to create as many ripples as possible. Because each one of those ripples can turn into a tidal wave. I told Fred, because I had the opportunity to present with Fred 3 times on the tour. And publicly, I acknowledge it. And I want to do it in front of all of Team True Blue. I want to acknowledge all of my upline that had an impact on me coming into the business, whether it was Sarah or my parents or my sister or Sonny and Chad, Tim and Tori, Brandon and Fred, Casey and Lynette. Everybody that had a hand in playing and me getting into this business, because they started a ripple. And that ripple led to me leaving the construction industry, an industry that I was miserable in, meeting my wife, and now having 2 beautiful baby girls. If they wouldn't have said yes, it wouldn't have led to me saying yes, and it wouldn't have led to my life completely changing. And so your opportunity now, it's not just a business, guys. It's not just products. It's a chance for you to create tiny ripples in the lives of other people and have it turn into massive tsunamis and waves, guys. So I want to thank you guys. What time is it? 11:30 on the spot, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for this Team True Blue call. And thank you for everybody involved in doing these calls. If you ever have the opportunity to host one of these things, you know that sometimes life is hectic and it's a big commitment. So I want to thank everybody who helped to set this thing up and everybody who spends their Monday mornings, not only doing the calls, but also watching the calls. Share it out with your team, guys, and we will see you next Monday. This call is a wrap. Go out there, create some ripples, and have a good week.